If you are not interested in chasing every trend or looking like you rated a Gen Z closet, that's great, you're in the right place, because neither am I. But I do want to look modern and I want to look stylish. When you're petite, those outdated styles can really drag us down, and let's be honest, we deserve better than that. The problem is there's a lot of fashion noise. There's people saying this is in, this is out, wear this, don't wear that. And today I'm cutting through some of that noise and some of that fluff to give you some options of things that might make you feel more modern and fresher in 2026. You can do this without chasing trends and without rebuilding your entire wardrobe. And as usual, take what is helpful for you and forget the rest. So let's get into it. Some of you are really going to be happy about this first one, others maybe not so much, and that is the half tuck is going away in 2026. Now, some people really love the half tuck, and I think honestly, certain shirts, it really does work. So it just depends. However, the trend is wearing your shirt out, and it's more of a very relaxed, oversized look, just wearing your button up out. And I have to say, I like this, but I think there's some choices that we have to make if you're petite. Leaving an oversized button-up shirt out when you are petite looks a little unfinished, it looks a little sloppy. So I love this trend, but I think if you're petite, there's some better options. First, by choosing one that comes in a petite size, in a petite fit. Find one that has some seaming and some darting down the front, one that has a little bit of shape, one that has maybe a little bit of a curved edge to it. It does not have to be tight, it does not have to be constrictive. You just want to have just a little bit of shape in that shirt, and I think this is going to be a trend that a lot of people love. Now, I am still looking for that perfect petite button-up that you can leave out, but my current favorite one is from Bowden. Because they come in petite sizing, they have a good size range. It has the darting in the front, it has that really simple shape to it that gives you just a little bit of shape without being uncomfortable. It has a tiny bit of stretch, and you can see this one I have on, it is not tight at all. It just has that very subtle shaping to it. So this is a great one if you're looking for a button up to, kind of take part in this trend, but in a petite appropriate way. This is a good one to check out. It also comes in a couple of different colors, I believe a blue and white stripe, and I believe there's one other one, and I'm hoping in the springtime that they kind of give us a few more colors to choose from. The second thing that is on its way out in 2026 are Chelsea boots, overly round toe boots, riding boots that have heavy buckles and chunky soles on them. These are starting to feel a little bit dated, and I still have my Chelsea boot in my closet. I'm not getting rid of these. I do think there's a time and place, but they're starting to look a little bit dated. Just want to show you an example of how these can kind of drag your outfit down, especially if you're petite. They really draw your eye down to the foot, and your outfit just looks really bottom heavy. What is more modern, feels a little bit more fresh, is a pointed toe boot. I've got several in my closet that I've had for years and that I really love. Most of them have more of a block heel on them, so they're much easier to walk in even though they have that pointed toe shape. You can also go for an almond toe. Kitten heels are in. I have a pair of boots that have a small kitten heel on them. They're that pointed toe style, but they're very easy to walk in compared to, a much higher stiletto type heel. And riding boots, I've shared these boots before. These are from Dolce Vita, and they have that pointed toe. It's not super exaggerated, but it has that nice block heel on it, which I love because it gives me a little bit of height, but it feels very fresh. It's not overly decorated with buckles and heavy soles and different things on them that make them look a little bit heavy. These styles with the pointed toe, the kitten heels, they just look fresher, they look more refined, and they look more modern. And for petites in particular, they give a much cleaner line. They lengthen your silhouette. It just looks more sophisticated. And I know that there's some of you who cannot wear a pointed toe. Completely understand that. Maybe just look for a little bit sleeker almond toe shape, or try a kitten heel. You might be surprised. The right shoe, however, can really make or break an outfit, and if you want to look more updated, look for something that has a little sleeker build to it. This next one that's on the way out really shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. I think they've been going out for a while, and that is faded, overly ripped, or overly distressed jeans, and particularly skinny jeans. But I think any overly bleached, overly whiskered, or overly faded jeans are not the most flattering on probably most anybody. It really does instantly date your outfit and does not look as modern and as fresh as some other options. And by the way, if you hear some dogs barking in the background, those are mine, so hopefully you're not hearing them. Anyway, what is really looking a little bit more modern in 2026 are these super dark washes. Think dark indigo, clean silhouettes, not a lot of whiskering or fading. I think that fading, especially when it's on the front of the thighs or on the butt, it just kind of accentuates things that we don't want to draw attention to. And so I think that dark wash denim is so flattering. It instantly dresses up your outfit. My current favorite, and this is a new pair of jeans in my closet, is from Quince. I finally tried their Bella wide leg jeans, and these are perfection. I bought them in the deep rent, which is very dark indigo color. I love these. They are incredibly comfortable. They are fitted in the hips, and they have just an ever so slight wide leg, which is really flattering. They come in 4 different inseams, I believe. I have them in the 28-inch inseam, which is perfect for me to wear with heels. But they also come in a 30, 32, and a 34, I believe. They look so much more refined, and I have to say, this might be my new favorite jean. I see that I'm gonna be wearing this one a lot. At the moment, I'm really enjoying this deep rinse color. I think if you're a woman in her 40s or above, this dark wash denim jean is so sophisticated. The next one is another one that I think has been on its way out for more than just 2026. I think we saw a lot of this last year as well, and that is the loud designer handbags. Big, oversized logos all over bags and purses. This looks a little dated, I have to say. What's replacing it, and what I think we're gonna see even more of in 2026, is very timeless, classic, elegant handbags, not so big and bulky and screaming with logos. And Quince is another brand that do these bags really well. They have a lot of classic styles, structured shapes, 100% leather at reasonable prices. And some of my favorites are the mini barrel bag, the camera bag, and I still like a tote. I think, you know, there's a place where I really like to carry totes, such as work. They make so many beautiful totes in gorgeous leather and very minimal design, but they're very classic and very structured. And I think structured is the key word when it comes to a lot of looks in 2026. The next trend we're going to be seeing, and one that I think we can really refine for petites, is avoiding shapeless clothing. Now, this is kind of something we always try to do, right? But I think this is also where fashion trends get really confusing. In my very first example of trends, it was the oversized, you know, leaving your button up out. And that is in direct conflict with what they're saying here is structure and balance and, you know, really refining your outfit. But what I really think this means in terms of us petites is you can still wear beautiful, flowy, soft outfits, but add one structured element to your outfit. And I talked a little bit about this in one of my recent videos, where if you've got the really soft, beautiful sweater on with a pair of flowy pants, add a structured bag or add a structured shoe, like a kitten heel that has a pointed toe. Just by adding that one element in your outfit makes a big difference. It can also be a blazer with structured shoulders. It could be a coat that has a belt on it. It could be your button up that has the princess darts and the seaming and the silhouette. Just add one structured element, whether it's an accessory or it's the top. Another trend that I'm seeing a lot of is necklines. And not that crew necks are out or will ever be out, but what is really trending are funnel necks, mock necks, turtlenecks. I've seen a lot of coats with this, you know, a very structured collar. So I'm seeing a lot of that, and this is gonna go either way because people either love this or hate this. But if you like a turtleneck and you're gonna lean into this trend, I think the ones that are most flattering and beautiful are ones that have a little bit more details to them, maybe some ribbing on them, maybe decorative buttons on the cuffs, like this one I'm sharing. This one's from Talbot's. I have this in a couple of different colors, and I love it for this reason because it's more than just a plain cotton turtleneck. It has some details that make it different, make it stand out, and make it really beautiful. Another trend we're seeing is a lot of color, bright colors, and even mixed together. And while I think this is beautiful, I don't always think it works for someone who's petite because it can just be very overwhelming for a petite frame. So definitely choose a bright top or choose it in your accessories. Definitely experiment with this, but I think this could also lean really well into just tone on tone look. And a great example is what I shared earlier with this dark denim jeans and the dark turtleneck. It creates that monotone outfit. And because denim is really trending hard again in 2026, mixing denim is another great way to do a monotone color. So I'm sharing it here again in a lighter color denim, just mixing the chambray shirt with a similar color jean style. Or perhaps instead of, the bright bold colors, just pick richer neutrals and combine those colors in a way that feels interesting and fresh to you. But something to keep in mind is that the colors should be in harmony and not, fighting each other, and definitely not overwhelming your frame. Something we should all avoid when it comes to trend is just this fashion panic of all the different trends and ideas and advice that you hear and you see. You don't need to chase every trend. You don't need to feel left behind or left out, or think that you need to reinvent your entire closet. Sometimes just the smallest little changes or updates, whether it's a belt or a structured bag or just a different shoe, is really all you need. So if you want to lean into any of these, you can choose structure over slouch, as I mentioned, in a handbag, in a shoe, in a jacket. You can elevate your neckline. You can choose, or try at least, some of the funnel necks, mock necks. Use color with intention. Really lean into those rich neutrals. Balance your proportions and just finish your outfit. Really think about the accessories that you're pairing with your outfit. All of those things are doable without stress, without constantly shopping, without losing yourself and losing your personal style. None of this is about just being trendy for the sake of it. It's about choosing pieces that you feel good in, that you feel confident in, and that you feel modern and fresh in. We don't need to chase every new thing that comes along. Let me know down in the comments. Put a yellow heart down in the comments if this resonated with you, if you're on board with not chasing trends, but just more about accentuating our frame, leaning into what you look good in, what you feel good in, and what you feel confident in most of all. So put a yellow heart down there and leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. If you're new here, I would love it if you would hit that like and subscribe, and I hope to see you in the next video. Can't wait to hear all of your comments, and I hope everybody has a great week.